93.7 Hartford's #1 for hip hop and R&B. We now have Busta Rhymes in the studio. Excited about your album. It's been a long time coming.
Yeah, it's been supposed to, come out a couple of times, but I just needed to make sure that, the people got every single thing that I could possibly offer them in the most substantial way possible, and I just wanted to make, the double checking and the triple checking and the quadruple checking a part of the process, because I wanted to make sure nobody felt like the wait wasn't worth the wait.
Right.
A lot of the times, people, delay their projects and it takes a little time to get it together the way they want, and when they finally hit the streets, it'd be a letdown. I really ain't the one that I can't condone that kind of situation to play out in my, way of doing things. So I just made sure that the people had what they needed to have, some very special and eventful moments on this project, and I got a significant amount of those. Like, I got to bring up a lot of beautiful people who came out and made themselves available. And sometimes when you got to wait on people's availability, it takes time.
I love the Mary J. Blige song.
Thank you very much. Well, it's Mary J. Blige, Jamie Foxx, John Legend, and Common.
Yeah, it's a really beautiful song.
All of those people are on that song, and I'm very happy they all came out to bless me, and I'm glad you love it, Jenny.
I do. It touched my heart.
Thank you so much.
I love it so much.
Thank you so much.
And you had 5 different names picked out for the album.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so what happened? Back on my BS, it's just like, let's just do it this way?
Nah, actually it was 3. Instead, not 5, it was 3.
Okay.
Each album was an album that was being recorded at that time, and at the time that I was recording those albums, those titles felt appropriate for that time.
Oh, okay.
You get what I'm saying? Like, the first album I was working on after the Big Bang was an album called When Hell Freezes Over.
Right, yeah.
Then I heard that the Eagles or some group had the same title. So I couldn't use that.
Right.
Because I went to, at the time when I was still on Interscope, I had told Jimmy Iovine, I sat in a meeting to present some of the songs. I'm like, yo, this is the name of the album. He was like, you can't. I mean, you could use that, but somebody else had the title already. And I was like, oh, word, who? He said something like the Eagles or one of them type of groups. So that canceled those plans. Then I recorded the Blessed album while I was going through my legal issues at the time, So, just looking at my situation and how everybody else's situations were playing out that were going through legal stuff as well. T.I. and Remy Martin and Prodigy from Mobb Deep, and Michael Vick and Wesley Snipes, and everybody was going through a lot of legal issues as well as myself at the time, and I made it out of my situation without having to do any jail time. I looked at my situation like,
oh, you're blessed.
I'm blessed, you know what I'm saying? And in addition, among other things, though, that I was able to get through, that was like major obstacle courses for me at the time. So, when I was getting ready to come with that album, we put the first 2 singles out from that album, which was We Made It and Don't Touch Me, Throw the Water on Them.
Right, yeah.
When I didn't see things getting facilitated the way they needed to be facilitated, I pumped the brakes in a major way. You almost heard me skidding about 1.5 miles long.
Yeah.
I was like, wait a minute, I'm not putting my album out if things ain't getting facilitated the way they needed to be. So I took my album and threw it back in the vault. I had to sit down with Jimmy Iovine and said, look, I appreciate everything, but I don't think this is the thing that I need to be doing anymore over here. And, he was a great man in understanding what I was trying to do with me at that point. He made the transition a smooth one, and I thank him very much for it, because at the time, a lot of money was spent on the project, and, a lot of time has passed, and the album was supposed to be coming because the singles went out, and, We Made It became like the theme song for the Western Conference Finals for the NBA Championship last year.
Right.
Well, the last NBA Championship, and money was being spent. Lincoln Park and, just a lot of money was being spent.
You have a lot of stars on the album, lots.
Yeah, and I'm extremely grateful and appreciative, because, it ain't always, that you get blessed the opportunity to work with the great people that came on this project. And, again, I just felt like, it was time to make the thing happen that needed to happen for me at this stage in my career in order for me to be happy.
And you feel proud of the album?
I'm not only proud of the album, I'm proud of my situation. Like, I'm back in business with a very key person in my success from the beginning of my solo career. That's Sylvia Rome. She's the CEO of Universal Motown, which is the label that me, Lil Wayne, Nelly, Akon, Cash Money Records, all of us is on. So, the last time I was in business with Sylvia was 1999. So coming to 2009, and 10 years later, we able to get the streets steamy with the Arab money and the Respect My Conglomerate and Hustlers Anthem '09. And
how does it feel when you're like up on stage and A-Rap Money plays and everybody's doing the dance with you?
It's so crazy.
I mean, you must look out and feel emotional at least.
It's real crazy because, you know, and again, you know what I'm saying, like, whatever the little talk was about the controversy about the record and, you know, the Arabs having a problem with it or the Muslim community having a problem with it, you know what I mean? I just came back from a tour overseas, the back of my BS European tour for 3.5 weeks. We performed the record in Istanbul, Turkey. That's a Muslim country. To see 14,000 people so proud that a song was made to represent their region of the world and what they represent culturally, it's like, sometimes I sit and wonder, like, who the hell really was the ones that had the problem with the record? Because you could see that, you know, there was no ill will. If you really pay attention to the legacy of Busta Rhymes throughout the years from day one to day now, I ain't built my career off of disrespecting nobody as an individual, let alone a culture of people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, again, let me reiterate, the record wasn't made to disrespect or offend anybody. We really made the record to just show people how much we was pro the culture and pro the people. And
yeah, because they said something about, you were saying something about the Quran in it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, we had took some dialect from the Al-Fatiha. But it was just being pro the Islam faith. I'm a man of Islam as well.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I thought, you know, Kanye could put out a Jesus Walks record, and a lot of people could put out records that's pro the Christian faith, and there ain't no problem in it. And, you know, I should be able to be pro my faith, and it shouldn't be a problem. But, you know, again, I was in no way, shape, fashion, or form trying to be disrespectful or offend anyone and to anybody that I did offend. Thanks, bro. I apologize a million times, but please know that that was not the intent, and it still ain't the intent. And a lot of people see and distinguish the difference between malicious intent and genuine support and love. And that's the point that I'm trying to make by giving y'all an example about the Istanbul Turkey show. I'm in an Islam country, a Muslim country, and it was just so supported and thoroughly embraced, and just the people enjoyed it and had fun, and it was just crazy.
All right, listen, let me ask you a question. You have had a career now spanning for 20 years. You're going to be 37, what, next week? Happy birthday.
Absolutely.
How do you
Thank you very much.
How do you stay relevant in hip hop?
Keeping my finger on the pulse of what's going on the street, you know, and embracing the new and embracing the change. I think a lot of the times the reason why dudes die and play out is because they do like their parents did. You know how when we first started to do this rap thing, parents wasn't, that ain't real music, that's BS. And get that
it's so funny you say
shizzle
like
out of here.
Right.
You know, whatever y'all was into as youngins coming up, you know, whether it was the heavy metal or the rock or the this and the that, the parents never really got with what we did. And part of the reason that the kids this generation was considered the X generation is because that gap never got bridged between the now generation and the generation of the elders. So
it's just a matter of staying in tune with what's going on.
I'm not trying to be one of them old-fashioned monkeys that be running around here looking like stupid asses. I'm just not with it. I feel like the same way I wanted people to embrace me when I was starting from the older generation is the same way the new artists want us to embrace them. And
do you feel like the new artists are respectful towards the older artists?
I think they are if you respect them.
Okay.
Because I get unlimited, I get godly respect from them. Because I ain't got no problem getting on records with them. I ain't got no problem jumping in their videos. I ain't got no problem adapting to the things that they love to do, like Twitter, YouTube, and MySpace all day.
Right, yeah.
I ain't got no problem with none of that. I'm with being swift and changeable. That's how I'm always remainable.
Next Tuesday is a huge day for hip-hop. You, Eminem, Meth and Red.
Yep.
Who else is there? You, Eminem, Meth and Red, and
Green Day.
Yeah, well, yeah, and also DJ Drama.
DJ Drama. Oh, yeah, big up the Drama, too, no doubt.
So, are you glad to be, you know, in that category with all of them, or what is it?
I'm just glad that it's a great day in hip-hop.
Yeah, we never have big days in hip-hop anymore.
Yeah, that's a great day in hip-hop, man. It's a powerful week. A lot of great, and you know what I'm saying? All of the new jacks that ain't really represent the boom bap and the official hip-hop, just fall to the sidelines and just be fans this week.
Well, you listen.
Be fans. A lot of real good hip-hop coming out.